Hi Marlene, and happy Friday. I'm very, very happy indeed to be sitting marking your essays at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. But it's only the one, and I'm very pleased to see that you have managed to depersonalize the essay. Although I can see here that you've still included a you. So, one more thing as well that I will tell you straight away is the use of exclamation points is very, very what shall I say? It's like a faux pas in writing. It's Ernest Hemingway, the famous American novelist, once said that using exclamation points in writing was the same as laughing at your own jokes. And it's something that I've stuck to ever since. Every time I feel the need to write an exclamation point, I pull my hand back from the keyboard and slap myself firmly. I don't really do that, I'm just being dramatic. So let us begin and see if we can make any grammatical corrections to your work. But the first thing is the punctuation. Don't use these, and these, don't use these either. Also, putting things in these inverted commas. Where did I see it again before? There. Don't do this. I know I'm just shouting corrections at you at the moment, but these are things that really do need to be removed. If you were to put these on paper in the IELTS exam, they would reduce your score. So if I sound a little mean, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to attack your work, essentially. So the workforce has different beliefs. I would say the people who comprise the national workforce, or working people, have a multitude of different beliefs regarding whether one should remain in the same job for an entire career, or whether making a change could be beneficial to one's career. In my opinion, I firmly believe that variety is key to a successful career due to the wide range of experiences that it provides. So that's a fully expanded sentence. We're giving all the detail that is relevant, but nothing that's not relevant. So if you really did want to say this, looking at it from a perspective of not changing your occupation, you would just use these commas instead. You don't need these hyphens. In my opinion, comma, looking at it from a perspective, yeah, I think actually just remove it. In my opinion, I strongly believe in changing your career frequently to obtain a wide range of experience, providing increased opportunities in the future. It just makes you better, doesn't it? If you do a multitude of different things, you will find that you know more, that you have done more, you've proven more to yourself, and you will be more confident, you will be more able, and you will be all round happier. So I say absolute nonsense to the people who are saying we should remain in the same job forever. I think that's absolute rubbish. Do whatever you want. So, an employee that remains. Stays is a little bit informal, so we want to say remains here. An employee that remains in the same job experiences personal and professional benefits. Research has shown that people have a need to feel safe. A need expressed in the idea of job security. So this is a bit informal. So we could say, in order to make ends meet, or in order to have enough to survive and to feel safe, many people choose to perform the same role throughout their lives. So this needs to be expressed more academically as well. I would say that although the chance of failure, although the fear of failure prevents many from trying new things, successfully changing your career improves self-confidence. A huge, no, not huge. Huge is not correct. Succeeding at changing career positively influences self-confidence, bringing many personal benefits. So this needs to be slimmed down as well. I would reduce the amount you write here. So I'd say that what are you trying to say here? That changing jobs prevents career progression? Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Taking the educational system as an example, no need for this capital letter. Also, this is not a full sentence. So, taking the educational system as an example, comma, teachers who strive is fine. Teachers who strive for a higher position, such as principal, must be prepared for many changes. They must first, of course, successfully take the role of head of department, which could even result in a change of school, before eventually, via deputy principal, becoming principal. So, and again, one thing I'm saying here is that this paragraph is a bit long. We really need to stick to the academic structure of paragraphs, which is, a paragraph is intended to communicate one idea alone. And with the first sentence, we introduce the topic, and then with the second sentence, we introduce our idea about the topic, and then with the third sentence, we give an example that supports our idea, that shows that we have thought about it, and that, so the example that we give must be an example that says, my idea has credibility because this happens. This is a transferable idea. This example shows that what I'm saying could happen. And then the fourth sentence is your therefore, where you pull it all together. So one paragraph, one idea, 4 sentences, introduce, expand, justify, and explain. I know that academic writing is really complicated and really difficult, but it's very rewarding to master. Once you get to a point where you can express ideas with clarity, you can find that you can argue with anyone and get whatever you want out of anyone else. You will become a much better speaker if you can master the academic structure, because it teaches you what it is to express a credible idea that people can trust. So it's good here that you've kept your opinion to the conclusion, but don't put phrases like this in inverted commas. I would just, if you feel the need to put something in inverted commas, it probably means it's too informal for this essay. So I would just stay away from it. But I think now, given that you've had to do this twice, and that I've given you essentially some quite aggressive tips on academic writing, you should be able to produce the next tasks without issue, and I'll be able to correct them fully with grammatical corrections and suggestions for new words. There are a myriad of examples online about how to improve academic writing and what the academic structure is about. And IELTS academic, especially this task 2, tests your ability to survive in an English-speaking academic environment. So we want to make sure that you can. So have a really good listen through this and correct your own essay. Then use all the tips I've sent you so far to write me your next tasks. When I've got those, I will offer you a little bit more insight into your performance. But first, let's get on top of ourselves and produce some smashingly structured essays. Thanks for these, Marlien. Have a wonderful evening, and I will speak to you tomorrow, most likely. Bye-bye for now.